What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here. I need to make a quick response to the ThablackBaron. Now, I saw some of his video today, and he said something interesting. And the video was actually pretty good, but then he reached one particular pinnacle of a point that I need to go ahead and address. Basically, what he said was this. He said he noticed how people of his culture, when people of that culture, by culture mean black, when people of that culture start excelling, other people of that culture who wants to be where he is starts hating. Which basically he's saying that, black people hate on other black people who excel, which he's not wrong. Let me just tell you that out. He's not wrong. In fact, he's like right on the money with that one right there. But at the same time, he is wrong if he's trying to push it in this direction. I'm just trying to be honest with you. Seriously. I mean, I think it's really cool that you got this go ahead to Spike TV, and then by way of Spike TV and by way of the Video Game Awards, you were actually able to go ahead and actually speak to the developers and all that. I think that's really cool. Myself, I speak to the developers, I speak to the voice actors, one-on-one all the time. So I mean, I'm just trying to say, I think it's really cool, that you got up into that point, but there's no hate coming this way. Believe me, I do the same thing that you got to do that day, on somewhat of the general basis. I kind of slowed it down, but you get the idea. But I would like to say this, sorry, hear my baby playing with something. I mean, just to let people know too, like, I know a lot of people are like, well, what are you talking about? Remember, I spoke to the director of Sony, well, I think it's director of security, I think his real title was, for Sony during the PSN outage. Remember, I actually went ahead and told you that. I think I might have gotten the title wrong, though. I've spoken to Microsoft. I had Microsoft try to hire me because of one of my videos. I had Microsoft respond to one of my videos based on Twitter, and I had Microsoft respond to one of my videos on an episode of one of their episodes on Xbox Live. So, I definitely know that, they're actually, that's one of the reasons why I told you they're watching my videos. Oh, and remember, ThablackBaron was on TV. And you guys be thinking Zephyrnix don't know what he's talking about. Oh, Zephyrnix don't know what he's talking about. He'd be saying that these companies be watching us. And, Zephyrnix don't know. These companies don't watch us. Do I need to prove it to you anymore? And this is like the 8th time I proved it to you. If you don't understand it by now, go home, be a family man. Get it? Got you? Anyway, I digress though. But I will say this, dude. I will say this. First of all, I'm very proud of you for being able to go ahead on that show. Now, with that being said though, excuse me, when I said that I think he could have, he kind of dropped the ball on that, I do believe that you did. And I'll tell you why I believe you did. Because right now, they don't really see, a lot of people think that freak out video of the World of Warcraft play, remember that one? World of Warcraft freak out when the guy got his account canceled or something like that. A lot of people saw that. Remember, that's a huge video. So people see gamers like that. And it's not just that video, but other videos out there and, things of that newscasts all around talking about, oh, this guy, he plays Warcraft like 24 hours a day, things of that nature. How Fox News is, oh, we play, it's not the Xbox, it's the sex box, we play an interactive sex game called Mass Effect, constantly. So people are generally already have a bad idea, a bad visualization of gamers. So when it comes, when you have to go ahead and stand up and become seen as a gamer, when you have to stand up and represent the gamers, which if you do not know, that's exactly what you were doing. The fact of the matter is that, you kind of came off kind of threatening, and to being perfectly honest with you. Now, to me, no, I know where you was going at with that, I think, quite frankly, if you would have done that to me on there, I would have shot, I wanted to jump in and shot with you, I would have run a whole quick thing. I would have loved it. It would have been a ball. It would have been a blast, But you weren't playing with someone who knew who you were. You were playing with someone when, who got the, who really didn't have a kind of uncomfortable feeling. And people who are watching this, who don't know who ThablackBaron is, got that uncomfortable feeling rather with him, And I'm just being honest with that. Now, granted, what they gonna say about black people, whatever, man. I don't care about that stuff anymore. Whatever. They want to like, oh, hey, Ross, a nigga, where is it? Well, whatever. That's how ignorant folks are. But I'm talking about the way people perceive gamers. Right now we at the part with black people where they're gonna either accept or not accept, but we're gonna be there and to get over it. But it's coming up with gamers right now. Remember, we're a young band right now. We are pretty much, gamers are just starting to become known. So we have to go ahead and try to push it to the next level. You know, we got to try to push it to the next level. And that's all I got to say about that. And then that's all where I'm coming from, you know. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about, you know. I'm sorry. I want to say this, though, dude. Despite all that, you know, despite talking about pushing to the next level, despite about, you know, making us look good, you know, as gamers, you know, in front of the world and whatever, you know, as you know, because like I said, you was a representation, you was a, you know, representer, if you know it or don't. But I will say this, though, you know, congratulations, man. You're part of the fold now. You're part of the fold. There's not many people out there, you know, who have actually been able to speak directly to developers and directly to companies. But you are part of that group now. Myself, I've spoken to many companies, many developers, you know, all the time. I've also, but that being said too, so has General G. General G has spoken to a few companies himself for the PlayStation. So I think that's really cool. You are now part of that fold, dude. And there's not many of us out there, you know? But I will say this. For everyone who was saying, oh, Zephyrnix is wrong, he don't know what he's talking about. They don't watch us. These companies don't watch us. Do you need any more proof? Do you need any more proof that they watch us? Peace, love.